Hi everybody, welcome back to the 80s. In this video I'm taking a look at the brand new release from Luxor Fragrances, Vice City. Stay tuned to FM. Luxor Fragrances are a pretty new company based in the UK, although they do ship worldwide. Hang on a minute. Can't see anything with these shades on. Might look cool, but I can't. Oh, there you are. So Luxor are known for producing clones or their own interpretations of popular designer or niche fragrances, and of the ones I've smelt so far, I've been very impressed with the quality of the blends and the compositions. Obviously I haven't smelled all of them, but of the ones I've tried, I've really enjoyed. I'm also equally as impressed with the guy who heads up the operation, Jonathan Story. He's a great guy. It seems like Jonathan's doing a great job with the company. I hear very positive things about his communication and his customer service on social media and in the comments to my videos, so could very well be a company worth your time to check out. If you're thinking of checking out Luxor, I will leave a link to their website down below so you can go to their website and see what they have to offer. Now, the other thing that Luxor do is produce original creations. So it's something that from the outset of this company, Jonathan always wanted to do. And they haven't been going for very long when they brought out their first original creation, which was just a couple of months ago. That was for Queen and Country, which was a lovely scent. Very bold, very masculine, spicy, elegant scent. So that one's definitely worth checking out as well. I've done a review for that. You can check that one out up here. Their second original creation is called Vice City. This one takes its inspiration from the 1980s, which is why I was wearing the Wayfarers, and I'm dressed, or I'm trying to dress like I'm from the 1980s. I don't know how good a job I'm doing here. It was all I can find in my wardrobe, but I'm doing my best to channel the 80s for you. If my outfit's not working, then maybe the fragrance itself will. Let's have a look at the notes in this. We've got lime, orange blossom, lavender, bergamot, chamomile, coronation, petitgrain, sandalwood, leather and cedar. Vice City is giving a loving nod to the decade of the 1980s, more specifically the fun of the 80s, the parties, the excesses of that decade. Not to say this is a fragrance stuck in the 80s, it absolutely isn't. It's a very modern scent. I'm going to have a spray and remind myself of the opening, even though I have been wearing this quite extensively over the last few weeks. So as it opens, you get a lovely freshness, almost a little bit of zestiness from the lime and the bergamot. They're not sharp or tart citruses, they're pretty smooth, and they give way almost immediately to what is the most prominent note in this fragrance, and I'm very pleased about that because it's orange blossom. I love the note of orange blossom in fragrances. I think it provides a lovely, fresh, fruity, floral accord and helps to round fragrances out really nicely. Other notes in this, we've got petitgrain, carnation, chamomile, and I'm not picking out any of these as individual notes. I think they're just contributing to the overall blend. Orange blossom definitely is the most prominent note, but not overbearing. Underneath those florals and citruses is the note of leather. Now this is a pretty smooth and subtle leather. It's not strong at all. It doesn't smell like the inside of a brand new Ferrari, so it's not as strong as something like Tuscan leather, for example. Nothing on that scale. It does provide some muscle to the fragrance though, so it gives it some character, gives it some attitude. Also, we've got some woods, there's some sandalwood and some cedar, so they're adding even more depth to the fragrance and also helping to boost the performance. So the leather and the woods is giving depth and character and helping to improve the life of this fragrance. So all in all, it's a really nice collection of notes. The opening of this reminds me a little bit of Armani Code Profumo in terms of that orange blossom leather combo. It's not exactly like that and it's not as potent as that, but it does remind me of it a little bit. As it dries down, all the notes seem to blend smoothly into one another, giving this really nice balanced fragrance. You still get the prominent orange blossom and there's a hint of leather, but you've also got some sweetness in there as well. So Vice City wants us to reminisce about the fun, carefree party times of the 1980s. Think parties in Miami in the 80s, think Miami Vice. This also reminds me of one of my favourite movie characters from one of my favourite movies from the 1980s, and that is Michael Douglas's character from Romancing the Stone. This is a scent I can really imagine him wearing. He has that rugged charm to him, but he also has a sweet side as well, and that's how I would describe this fragrance. In terms of performance, this one's pretty good for me. It's an eau de parfum concentration, and I'm getting around 2 hours of initial projection, and then it was staying as a good skin scent for 10 hours plus on me. So whether that's just me or not, I'm not sure, but this one did last. I wouldn't describe it as an out and out beast, but it is a very good performer. I would also describe it as unisex. A man or a woman could wear this, and this is the kind of scent that any age could wear. So someone who is much younger could wear this, someone who is older could pull this off. Very versatile fragrance, and that versatility goes into the time of year as well. I think this would work really well in all the seasons. It's got the florals and the citruses, which would come off really nicely in the spring and the summer. It's also got those notes of leather and the woods in there that would help give this a bit of extra power in the winter time. So you could really wear this all through the year. Oh, and the last thing I almost forgot to tell you about is the price of this. You're going to be paying £50 for 50ml, or you can also buy smaller samples if you want to try it first. To sum up, I think this is a great fragrance. I've really been enjoying this, and I'm very impressed that this is only Jonathan's second original composition. It's fun, it's bright, it's easy to wear, it's got attitude and good performance. Okay, that's enough from me. I'm off back to the 80s. If you've tried this fragrance, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave some comments down below and we can get a conversation going. Thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, keep tuning into FM and keep smelling good.